Let's face it, there are some great advantages to being a professional driver. You get great pay, you get to travel around this beautiful country, you don't have a boss breathing down your neck, and when you wake up in the morning, you don't have to rush to work because you're already there. But then again, every job has its downside. And I'll freely admit that I get just as frustrated about the same things as other drivers. In the wintertime, it's road conditions, and in the summer, it's construction. But something that proves to be a challenge all year long is the ongoing struggle as we have to try our very best to share the road with four-wheelers. And people do the craziest things while they're driving. They eat, shuffle around in their CDs, put on makeup, play with all the latest electronic gadgets, and just about anything else you can possibly imagine. Sometimes doing two or more of these things at once. But the biggest problem with four-wheelers, besides not paying attention, is that they are, one, not aware of what it takes to move a truck down the road, or two, they simply don't care. Trust me, when I get into my own four-wheeler, I myself am one of the worst offenders. But we can each of us work toward improvement. Keeping in mind that most accidents occur when two people aren't paying attention means that it's our job as professional drivers to take on even greater responsibility to work with the four-wheelers. And much can be solved, as with anything in this life, with a positive professional attitude. Develop a mindset which lends you to the assumption that the four-wheeler that's moving too slowly in front of you isn't trying to cramp your style and slow you down, but that the greater possibility is that the person driving is an elderly person. This is very often the case, just for an example. Now then, there are the real jerks. They'll cut you off and flip you off and try their very best to mess you up. Think about it like this. What a way to show me, by flipping me off, that you have no power in the rest of your life right now, that you have to make this crude gesture to feel empowered at this moment. People have bad days. The best thing is to accept this and to always be positive and professional and let the troubled individuals get on down the road and not let their problems become our problems. Here are some video animations showing different traffic scenarios and how they affect conditions on the road. Scenario 1. As a big rig passes a freeway on-ramp, there's a car coming down the ramp. But although the left lane is open, the truck does not go into the left lane to let the car out because it's the job of the oncoming vehicles to merge, not the job of the highway traffic to let them in. And then the same scenario, which is a real case where my company was sued because our driver went into the left lane to let a car onto the highway. And what happened next was a car that was speeding shot around from behind the truck into the left lane, and our truck, who was actually going the legal speed limit, ran into the car. Or did the car ran into him? It ended up costing our trucking company hundreds of thousands of dollars to be courteous to the merging car. Scenario 2. Here's a situation that happens a lot. One slow-moving truck is coming up fast behind another truck, and it needs to pass the slower-moving truck. But a car that is, once again, speeding, cuts off the truck that needs to pass. Once he hits his brakes, he loses all his momentum and torque, and so although he's traveling barely faster than the first truck, he still needs to pass going up the hill. There are several cars and trucks that are stuck behind the two trucks going up the hill, and they are mad at the two trucks, especially the passing truck. But the real culprit in the situation was the first car that cut off the passing truck initially. Scenario 3. Do not pass trucks to the right side, ever. That is a blind spot side. Wait until you can safely pass on the left. Always pass on the left and get back over to the right as soon as possible. Do not linger in the left lane ever. Scenario 4. One lane of traffic is closed off ahead for construction, and the highway traffic, instead of merging early, and keep in mind there are always signs far ahead of the construction zone saying when to merge into the appropriate lane, well, everyone guns it to the zone, creating a bottleneck where both lanes try to merge at the last minute. Where if they had merged at road speeds far ahead of the zone, there would have been a smooth travel right up to and into the zone for all traffic. Scenario 5. When cars pass trucks, they need to make sure to give enough room and not crowd out a truck. Certainly do not make a truck hit his brakes after you have passed him. Please join me again next time when we present more highway traffic scenarios and how they affect road conditions. And remember, if a truck flashes his lights at you twice, he just said thank you. I'm John Oz.